Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new contender in the ring. The reigning champion, Lewis Bakery, has a new contender to go up against in the form of Sara Lee, which means we have another battle to commence. First, the cat. There you go, baby. Now, I had a lot of people telling me about the rumors of Sara Lee having a keto bread, a low-carb option. And I kind of failed to believe that it could possibly exist, because every single time I went to Walmart, I couldn't find it. But lo and behold, the last time I went, we found her. She's here, she's real, and she is ready to take on the reigning champion of Lewis Bakery. Now, of course, we had them go up against Aunt Millie's in the last one. And Aunt Millie's did alright, they had a good battle, but in the end, the zero carb factor of the Lewis Bakery overall with combined taste and lack of aftertaste is what led it for the victory. And then we also had a third contender that really didn't participate but got honorable mention, which was of course the Aldi bread. Now the Aldi bread still holds a place in my heart. Whenever I go, I kind of get one that's multi-seed every now and then. I don't know, I kind of like it. But when it comes down to it, obviously with how low I am on it, Lewis Bakery has been my go-to bread. But can you change that? Can you and your 6 net carbs change my mind and bring me to you? We're about to find out. So, first off, let's go ahead and go with the smell. Does it smell like bread? Yeah, it smells like bread, all right. Overall look, this looks the most like bread as of this point. A lot of them seem a little bit dense. This is very airy. This is very much just like real bread. What am I kidding? This is real bread. Lewis Bakery, on the other hand, I have no idea if that's real bread or what the heck it is, but it is. What was like the #1 ingredient? Resistant wheat starch. Yeah, that's a good start. Honestly, the looks are actually pretty much the same almost. Light, not getting through them either. They're both airy. This was just denser. This is a lot denser. If you have never picked up a keto loaf of Lewis Bakery, be ready. It's dense. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and go back into what I know. Okay, I'm going to take a bite of the Lewis, then we're going to go into the Sara Lee. Oh, scratch that. We haven't done the nutrition facts. Sorry. So the nutrition facts on this is for 2 slices, okay? 1 gram of total fat, 16 carbohydrates, 6 of them being dietary, 2 total sugars, 6 grams of protein, and a net carb serving of 6 carbs. This isn't really keto. This is borderline keto, for me at least, is 6 net carbs per slice. This is a cheat day almost for me, is going with 6 carbs. So this should really taste a lot like bread. It should. You have plenty of milk left. What are you doing over here? This has no excuse to not taste like full-on bread. So let's go back with the control though, Lewis Bakery. And that resistant wheat starch. There's just something about you that I don't really like, but I appreciate because you're 0 carbs. And then if we go into the Sara Lee, this I'm looking forward to. There's still something off about you, but that is a hell of a lot better. That's the best tasting low carb bread I've had so far. And the first ingredient, of course, is whole wheat flour. And then you got enriched wheat flour. You don't have this resistant anywhere on this list that I'm seeing. So overall, I give them that. But overall, the taste has no aftertaste. So it has that on the Aunt Millie's. Gotta go in for another bite. The crust, I know most people don't like crust, but I do. The crust is very, very bready. That's the closest thing to actual real full-on bread I've tasted so far. Overall, it's very, very good. But is it good enough is the question for me. So it is time to break out the round 2 of Butterball Country Chicken Breast, because I like chicken breast when I'm on keto from the deli. Now, I'm going to say, plain wise, if I don't have anything to put on this bread, round 1 goes to Sara Lee. Absolutely, hands down. You can eat that all day, every day, but you cannot continue to eat the Lewis Bakery in my mind. There's a taste there. It's just a little hard to love when it's by itself. When you put something with it, I think Lewis Bakery may come back and redeem itself. We'll just have to see. Can the reigning champ hold out? Never mind. Not gonna take that bite yet. We're going back with the Lewis Bakery for the control. Now, when just eating just a regular old sandwich, basically the Lewis Bakery just kind of adds the texture of bread, minor taste of bread, but doesn't bring a whole lot to the table in unique flavor. This is what it does. Oh, now I know why you're here. You want some of this. But overall, I mean, when you want a sandwich, you kind of just need that. You don't need too much extra from the bread. You're basically wanting the innards of the sandwich to be what's shining. You just need this to make it less messy. So, when we go into the Sara Lee, I really want to throw these two up because I wish I could do blind on these. You can tell there's a difference, but the difference isn't a lot. Overall, taste-wise, when you do it in a sandwich form with like actual innards, there's not a substantial difference. You can definitely tell that Sara Lee's bringing a little something extra, but overall, it's still just the bread holding everything together. It's nothing to write home about. On its own is when it shines. You can tell that there's definitely real ingredients, no science going on here. It's very, very good. It's just regular old bread. When I come off of keto, this is probably what I'll pick up. I mean, it's only 45 calories. It's very, very healthy, low fat, low everything. That is just a great overall diet bread. In fact, anyone who is not on keto, I would recommend that too. Anyone just watching their figure in general, I would definitely highly recommend the Sara Lee. I would not recommend the Lewis Bakery. Hell no. The Lewis Bakery is very, very bland, where the Sara Lee has a lot more flavor that it brings to the table. At the end of the day, who still reigns supreme? Right now, it sounds like Sara Lee has won both of these battles. So does that mean that she's the winner? Ladies and gentlemen, in the battle of the new contender versus the reigning champion, in my book, in my opinion alone, Lewis Bakery still reigns supreme. And here is why. Because of my personal diet and my whole thing on more carbs that you intake on keto, the harder it is to get into ketosis, right? Lewis Bakery having 0 net carbs per slice is just a huge draw. And what you have to battle is that 0 carbs versus the flavor difference. In most situations, you're going to use bread not by itself. You're going to use it in a sandwich form. So even though Sara Lee has a little bit of an edge, it doesn't have enough of an edge to make a whole, 12 carbs. A whole 12 carbs worth it. It just doesn't. Not when this one does the job at almost the same taste. It just is a little bit more bland. But we need this. We need the meat and the innards to do the talking in a typical sandwich. When it comes to toast, on the other hand, that might be where Sara Lee shines, and I won't find that out till tomorrow. I will be having it for breakfast, and I will do a toast test, and I will put down in the description my review on that, so be sure to look out for that. But I'm going to call right now that the Lewis Bakery is still reigning supreme, and I don't think that anyone is really going to be able to take him over. At 0 net carbs, that is hard to take over. In my book, that is hard to beat. Even though if you go to the ingredients list and you see on here, ingredients, water, resistant wheat starch, wheat protein isolate. Oh no. You start reading those ingredients and you wish that you wouldn't have. I definitely think that they are the winners for now. That, and you got the fat content up there as well. I mean, this was designed for keto, where this one is keto friendly, okay? It's just friendly for anyone on it. It's just, it is what it is. It's not the best thing in my book, where Lewis Bakery, I'm glad that you did what you did. And anyone who has never tried the keto hamburger buns from Lewis Bakery, I highly advise you do that. Definitely keep an eye out for it. Look all over the place for it. It is a game changer still, and I buy it at least probably 2 packs a week. There's only 4 buns in a thing, and I usually have 2 sandwiches per meal. Still a growing boy. But that's going to do it for this episode of Keto Food Review, so thank you guys again so much for the continued support. If you guys have any more leads on any other keto breads that you would highly recommend and you want to set up to try and take down the reigning champ, send them my way in the form of comments, and I will see you guys back here in the next episode. Good night.